recording. Welcome everyone on today's Metal3 Community meeting. Today is 23rd of November 2022. I'm your host Adam Rosman, and please note that the meeting is recorded. And we can start with introductions if there are any new participants, but I don't see any new participants, so we can skip that. And then we have a few reminders. So as always, I will tell this always on the meetings that if you feel that your organization want to join the Metal3 community as an official adopter, then you can do it via this link, and you can add your organization to the adopters list. And we have two reminders just for this week. One is that Kashif had made a PR to bump the Golang version of the BMO. So if you have time, please check it. It's just version increase, nothing special. And the other one is this BMO release guideline that I have mentioned many times, and I won't take your time with this. Please GTM and approve it if you see fit. And that was all from me or from the reminders, but I see that Ricardo is typing something.
Yeah, for some reason I can't paste the link that I wanted there. There was like two PRs that I just wanted to mention. One is the documentation in Metal3 docs, the documentation for the new options, the new ARG options for custom source build of the ironic image. And let me see if I can do that now. It's really, yeah, I can. Okay, anyway. And the second one is actually a fix for the source build. If building sushi from source, it's in the ironic image repository. And basically, when we try to install sushi from source, since the sushi library is in the upper constraints, it will fail because it doesn't allow to use a version that is higher than the one mentioned in the upper constraints. So just, yeah, two PRs that I wanted to to mention there. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. I paste this for you here. Yeah, so one documentation changes and one for the source. So it was for source building. Yeah, I see it in the name of the PR. Okay, so if you feel like it, please check these two. And then, is there any question related to these two PRs? Okay, if not, then we can continue. And the next one is from Dimitri, retrying cleaning on the provisioning, question mark.
Yeah, thank you. So that's something interesting I've noticed while experimenting with a very customized OpenShift environment. So what essentially happened to me is I deprovisioned the Kubernetes node. I did everything seemingly correctly. And the bare metal host became available, and then Kubernetes node came back, which is like this what moment for me. So what I think has happened, cleaning has failed for this bare metal host. So the data remained on the disk. However, because of how bare metal operator is coded, if cleaning fails, we never retry it. So we move the node to manageable, and that is successful state for cleaning. So ironic manageable means bare metal host available, and that's it. So we end up with the bare metal host available without cleaning. And the comments in the code suggest it's actually a conscious decision. So we expect cleaning to happen on the next provision, which is fair enough. But it means we have a bare metal machine, an actual bare metal machine with absolutely untouched operating system there. And that's again my assumption, since we have online true in the bare metal host, bare metal operator powers it back on after unsuccessful cleaning, which means the Kubernetes node boots. So it's a valid Kubernetes node and rejoins the cluster if it still has all the certificates and stuff. So I wanted to. It's very sad that Zane is not here because you could probably remember why we did that for Doug. But I just wanted to check your opinions on whether we should change that behavior and actually make a bare metal operator retry cleaning until it succeeds, or to prevent this node from becoming available, unless of course cleaning is disabled.
As far as I know, maybe the person who is most knowledgeable about this on our side is Kashif.
I wouldn't say so, but I would actually maybe comment here is that if we are saying that we don't want to clean it, or we want to clean it, then of course there should be retries on cleaning failure. If you are saying that, hey, don't clean it, that's understandable. But if cleaning is to be done and it's not doing it, that's not correct. So retry should be done, I believe, or at least some sort of a error on the BMH status, probably that cleaning failed.
What I was wondering that like this is a feature of Ironic that it can clean these nodes. How come that Ironic does not retry it?
Ironic generally does not have retries. For most cases, you are expected to make a decision whether you retry it or whether, for example, put it aside for maintenance.
So Ironic would just say clean failed and that's it, right?
Correct.
And then it's BMO who should actually reconcile on clean failed.
Right. So currently BMO just moves it to manageable and leaves it there.
Yeah, and I believe that if the cleaning for that node was not disabled, then it's not correct. At least to my understanding, it should retry.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. Yeah, that was my thinking as well.
Perhaps one related thing actually to this. I guess you checked that this node was actually coming back, so it was gone first and then it came back, right?
Well, yeah, that's the part I'm not like 100% sure, but I removed the node from Kubernetes. It was gone.
Okay.
So kubectl or cget node was not returning it, and then it just appeared.
Okay, yeah. I was just going to mention that I know that there is a sort of corner case for when a node can sort of get stuck, even though all the infrastructure underneath is gone. But I don't think this is the case in this case then. But this is if for some reason the node didn't get the node ref. No, sorry, the node joined the cluster, but the machine never got the node ref. So there is either something goes wrong or it just didn't quite have time to put the node ref on the machine before starting to deprovision. Then the node will get stuck. But yeah, it's a definitely separate issue than if this was actually a node coming back.
Yeah, I wasn't even using cluster API. I was really doing things manually. So I was pretty much adding and removing nodes manually. So I definitely saw it gone.
Okay, yeah, good. And for what it's worth, I also agree. We should retry cleaning. It makes total sense.
Yeah, me
Thank
too.
you,
I thought Ironic does it, but if this is how we do it, then we should do it on BMO level. I agree too. Is there any other comments related to this? Is there any suggestions, problems, improvements, requests, anything you want to talk about?
Would it be okay, Dimitri, if you can open issue on this one in the BMO side, and we can again discuss it and look into the code?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, thanks.
Okay. I think that's all done for today. Thank you for your time, and we will see each other next week. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.